All right, so month 12 update. Crazy how it's already been a year, I guess you could say, since I started documenting everything in this whole fitness, skinny to fit journey I have. But just to jump right into it, this past month has been a lot about maintaining my weight and living a more healthy lifestyle. Just for some more context, about a month ago, I got some blood work done, and what came back was really high cholesterol, triglycerides, paired with some super high blood pressure results, especially for a 22-year-old. And so I was more sort of advised to, control that blood pressure. And what that meant was, losing some more weight, doing more cardio, drinking more water, avoiding processed foods, eating clean. Basically, the opposite of everything I was doing in terms of bulking up, which was sort of disappointing because I was making progress, I was getting stronger in the gym, but I guess my method of bulking up and doing it wasn't the most healthy long term. So I had to sort of take a step back, and so this month has sort of been just trying to get all those cholesterol and blood pressure down to more baseline levels. But in terms of food, because of that, I've been eating a lot more healthy, I'd say, and also not force feeding, only eating when I'm hungry, which has actually been nice because if you've ever bulked before, you know that you're never hungry and you have to force feed. And being able to actually be hungry and enjoy food has been a pro of having not to bulk for this month. So that's it for food. All right, so my weight for the month, no surprises here, just hovered around 183 pounds. All right, so now my weight for the year. What a journey it's been. You can see in week 1, started around 169 pounds, got up to almost around 190 pounds in around week 30, before finally tapering off to 183 pounds, which is where I am at right now. Unfortunately, didn't hit my goal of 200 pounds by the end of the year, and that was because of a mix of, like I mentioned, health issues, lifestyle that prevented me from fully achieving this goal. Might be a good thing in the long term, who knows, but still put on around 13 pounds in a span of a year without losing my abs or gaining too much excess fat, so we'll take that win for now. All right, so no pump progress pics. Left is month 1, right is month 12. Wish I had similar lighting, but we're gonna have to make do with what we have. Obviously, was expecting a lot more progress in a span of 12 months, and arguably looked better in month 5 than in month 12, which is a little bit counterintuitive. But yeah, this is what I look like right now. Definitely improved a little bit in terms of feeling my frame as well as being a little bit more defined. All right, so now progress videos with a pump. Around 13 pounds difference between the two, like I mentioned. First thing I noticed in the most recent video is I'm a lot wider than I was when I started off, which has been a good pro. And with eating healthy and doing more cardio, also starting to see my abs come back, which has been a nice little change and improvement. All right, so that's a wrap for month 12. Just looking back, I remember my first few videos, I mentioned my whole idea of the series was to be able to document every single week of the year, as I was envisioning myself to have achieved a pretty crazy physique in a year's time. Well, here we are, a year later. Was it a complete failure? No, I wouldn't say so. Was it a complete success? Not really. I would say it lies somewhere in between, but more so on the success side. As even though I didn't achieve, hitting 200 pounds, being bulked up, achieving that physique I had envisioned, I did learn a lot about myself, including things like training, optimizing sleep and nutrition, consistency, discipline, and more importantly, these past few months, how to live a more healthy lifestyle and not jeopardizing looking big, aesthetic for your health. As you only have one life, and you want to be able to live it good, with good energy, and live a long, healthy, happy life, to say the least. Also, wanted to add that fitness is a lifelong journey. Here you saw mine for the past year, and even though I didn't achieve everything I want, still have many more years to come where I can apply what I've learned this year into my future years. And in 2, 5, 10 years, I can look back into this 1 year, the Skinny the Fit series, and see where it all started. See where the training, nutrition, consistency, and routine really started. And I can confidently say that after a year of consistently working out and training, I sort of have that muscle memory now where if I'm ever out of shape, I can really snap back and do it just because it's so familiar to me right now. So fitness is a lifelong journey. Not concerned that I didn't achieve everything I wanted this year, but I'm gonna take forward what I learned, all the experiences I've had, and apply that to the future. Lastly, I just want to say that fitness, and like many other things in life, it's not a completely linear path up. There's gonna be lots of ups and downs, and I think this can be best illustrated by my graph of my weight every single week. You see in the beginning, sort of gradually goes up, peaks around August, and then sort of goes down and nosedives and stagnates to where I am right now. And for me personally, the past 4 months have been a mix of, coming up with some health issues, as well as making some lifestyle changes and not prioritizing the gym over everything. And I think that's important to know, just because although fitness is important, what's more important is to, in my opinion, is to live a well-rounded life that you're happy with. If your goal is to be super shredded, aesthetic, the gym, and you want to focus all your time and energy on that, all the power to you. But if you're like me and you're someone who just wants to be in good shape, healthy, as well as live life to the fullest, that's totally okay too. So I think recognizing your priorities and also not being impatient, as life has its ups and downs, and everything does happen for a reason. So learned a lot this year. Thanks for following along. Gonna make one more video for a comprehensive, week by week update about my transformation for a year, and hopefully we can take it from there. So thanks for sticking along, and peace.